is a crucial part of the healing process and one that cannot be avoided or denied anymore. The trouble is, we've never practiced prevention in our culture the way it should be. The doctor's looking for obvious, gross problems. But unless he does detailed examination, they'll never know how sick you are. They can't see your arteries clogging up. You could have clogged arteries for 25 and 30 years, getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and then one day your arteries like that, your blood pressure is having a hard time getting through there, and boom, stroke. You're only going to find the first symptom that you're sick with a heart attack or a stroke or a tumor or enlarged ovary. That's the first time you know something's wrong. Otherwise, you think you're healthy. Prevention is the key. Prevent it, you will not look like your mother did or feel like your grandmother did when you're at the same age. You'll be able to reverse that process down. I want to share with you some protocols that I've created that have helped other people with heart disease. And do them in stages. I understand that not everybody can do everything, and I'm not suggesting you have to do everything, but I am suggesting that if you really take your time and you take one step at a time, and you decide, for instance, that with these protocols, you're going to do at least some of this every single week, and you're going to move more in every month. So it might take you a year before you do everything on a protocol. So you understand me. I'm not saying do everything all at once tomorrow, right? But do it gradually, even with the bad things. For example, all right, I know you're not going to give up everything in your cupboard, right? You're not conditioned to do that. You're not conditioned to go home right now, open up the cupboard, and throw everything that's in there out, because I'll bet you don't have a good thing in your cupboard, all right? I'll bet there's nothing in there. I'll bet your cockroaches are even dying prematurely. You've probably got cockroaches sitting there with high blood pressure, cancer. They're dying, right? God. And the fat in your diet. Fats are not bad. I'm not suggesting a fat-free diet. Women go on these fat-free diets, wrong and unhealthy. You want to have a healthy heart, and I'm going to get into this protocol, you've got to get rid of the animal fats and put in the vegetable fats. Olive oil. I'm not even going to restrict you in olive oil, all right? And flaxseed oil. I want you to have this stuff. This is healing. And oil of primrose and walnut oil and avocado oil. Plenty good oils to eat, but because they have essential fatty acids our body can use to help protect our heart. That's right. And the oil of salmon. Did you know that salmon oil helps protect your heart from heart attacks, lowers your blood pressure? It's great for hormone balance. Do you know one of the best things in the world to help your hormone balance is oil of primrose? Those are the oils we want. And in California, the Seventh-day Adventists did a study and found that those Seventh-day Adventists that consumed 5 ounces a week of walnuts or almonds had a tremendous drop in heart disease. All right? Something simple. One item, walnuts and almonds. But when was the last time you had a handful of walnuts? Because you thought, oh, there's fat in there. Good fats, but you'd sit right down and eat one of those big steaks and be on a high-protein diet. Bad for you, don't eat it. Now, there are other things that will help you if you have heart disease. I'm just going to give you a list. And there's good literature out there, there's good reading that will help you in your journey. This is all based upon good science and terrific clinical experience. These are all natural nutrients. One is called coenzyme Q10. It gives extra energy to the heart. It builds up your immune system. It's powerful. Between 100 and 300 milligrams a day, whoa, could we help people with heart conditions. Vitamin E, 400 to 800 units. Vitamin B1, 25 to 50 milligrams. Vitamin C, buffered from 1,000 to 5,000 milligrams. And then once you can reach 5,000 milligrams a day, then start upping it. And also, by the way, vitamin C is great for diabetics, cancer, heart disease. It's the overall best single nutrient you can take into your system. Vitamin C is so good. Also, it's good for your skin too, because the skin is held together by collagen, the connective tissue, and collagen is synthesized and made better with vitamin C. So when you're smoking, drinking, eating a processed diet, there's no vitamin C in it. And as a result, your skin begins to sag, and free radicals create the wrinkles, and you start getting that kind of ruddy look. Vitamin C changes all that. Now, L-carnitine. L-carnitine is an essential nutrient that also protects the heart. I would suggest anybody who has heart disease consider L-carnitine, generally between 500 to 1,500 milligrams. Now, as a runner, as an athlete, I always take L-carnitine before I work out, and coenzyme Q10, and finally, lecithin. lecithin is essential too. And lecithin comes from soy, and it's ground up soy, and there's so many good benefits of soy. And don't forget, there's stress management, being able to do, let's say relaxation techniques. Let me just show you a simple relaxation technique. When you really get stressed, close your right eye, just close your right eye. When you close your right eye, you're closing down on that left side of the brain. And breathe deep. And by deep diaphragmatic breathing, put a hand on your belly and a hand on your chest. Now when you breathe deep and you let that hand on the belly come out first, breathe in. Now your chest. Now exhale through the belly. Exhale through the chest. And you do that about 5 or 6 times, a deep diaphragmatic breathing. That will help relax you because you're increasing the ability to de-stress the brain by enhancing brain hormones. This is all for your heart. I'm suggesting this new millennium, you come first, your health, your well-being, so that there is no reason to have disease because you're not doing anything that creates conflict within yourself. Disease manifests in the presence of conflict. Look at where conflict exists and resolve it, prevent it, and then you won't have heart disease. You'll have a vital heart that'll last you 150 years. I'd like to share information with you now on a very serious topic, and that is breast cancer. Breast cancer drives a stake in a lot of women's heart because it's so terrifying. Rarely has a condition been such that women feel helpless when they get it. And so I'm going to give you some tools that you can use to re-empower yourself. First, the idea of early detection as the primary way of determining your chance of surviving it. That's only part of the story. Second, the idea that if you should be told that you have cancer, then by all means get the treatments, generally surgery and chemotherapy and radiation, and always get a mammogram at least on an annual basis, depending upon your age, as a way of helping you prevent the cancer from early detection. If women began the changes of lifestyle, changes in getting rid of the pesticides in their diet, taking the healthy phytochemicals, now there's the key. There is the key to breast cancer. Why do you think that do the Japanese women have a different breast, different tissue in the breast? No, they have 400% less breast cancer. Why is it they're not getting the breast cancer in Japan and in China and in Indonesia and the Philippines as they are here? Because A, they're eating a soy-based diet, a vegetarian diet primarily. They have lots of grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, and lots of sea vegetables. The average American woman has no sea vegetables ever. Kombu, wakame, nori, hajiki, sea vegetables. You can buy them in your local market. We're not eating them because we don't know about them. Now, exercise. Exercise aerobic is crucial because when you increase the aerobic quality, get your pulse up, right, to get you really healthy. So by aerobic exercise, cancer does not manifest easily in a high oxygen environment. But when you're sedentary and you're smoking and taking alcohol and eating sugar, things that create an acid base in your body, acid, it's not good. You want alkaline, and that's what you get from a vegetarian diet and exercise. All right? Cleanses the body. You get toxins out of the body faster, and you burn them up, get them out. And you also want to detox. Now, when I talk about detoxification, I'm not talking about alcohol, I'm talking about cleansing the system. Everyone I work with now, for the first 6 months, I put them on a cleansing program. First, it's eliminate. You must eliminate all the things that are bad for you. All right? And you know what they are. You know, all the pastries and the candies and the sugar and the ice creams and the coffee and the bagels and the hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries, and you think, my God, Gary, that's all I eat. There's nothing left. Well, that's the problem. That's why you're sick, because that's what you do eat. And throw in occasionally an orange and think you're doing something good. And you don't take an organic apple, you take a regular apple, and they put paraffin wax, which is a cancer-causing agent, on there. And then you smoke for your nerves. Why? You didn't smoke before, but the doctors and commercials in the 1940s and 50s says women need to smoke for their nerves. Do you know the tobacco industry gave millions and millions of cigarettes free during the First World War and Second World War to get service people to start smoke? So every time you saw a serviceman, you saw him with a cigarette, right? So the idea was, oh, good, you know, all American quality.